When Schrock Innovations opened its new service center, they needed a one-of-a-kind solution for displaying inventory and a unique reception desk that would symbolize their unique dedication to customer service and satisfaction. Schrock turned to Todd Rose Decorative Concrete for a custom-engineered solution that would accomplish the company's unique goals. Rose and his business partner Keith Heiser are rising stars in the concrete design industry. Their work on the Terra Center project in Lincoln, Nebraska recently won them a first-place design award from the American Society of Concrete Contractors. Schrock's job started with an initial consultation and site survey. With a plan in hand, it was time for the work to begin. Pourable concrete is trucked to the work site because once formed, the finished concrete items would be too heavy and cumbersome to transport in pieces. The concrete is then wheelbarrowed into the location where it's manually poured into wooden and styrofoam forms that were built to the customer's specifications. It's important to get the concrete in place while it's still wet. Concrete does not flow like water, so hammers and trowels are used to vibrate and move the concrete down into the mold. Once the concrete is in place, rebar is added to give the finished product structural stability. Without this addition, the counters would crack, bow, or even break under their own weight. With the rebar in place, 2x4s are used to re-smooth the surface of the concrete. The same process is repeated on the reception desk while the countertops dry. Once the concrete is dried, the wooden molding is removed, exposing any imperfections in the pouring process. No matter how careful the craftsmen are, there are always small pockets that do not completely fill with concrete. The form itself is too porous to be the final surface. Concrete has a reputation of being a rough, cold medium. If the counters were left in their present condition, the patching would be visible and the pores would collect dust and dirt that would be impossible to clean. To resolve this issue, a skim coating is applied on top of the porous form to make it smooth to the touch and more visibly appealing. Skim coating is the process of spreading a very fine concrete covering over a rougher concrete form. The form surface is prepped with a concrete adhesive. This adhesive ensures the poured form will bind to the smoother skim coating. The roll-on adhesive is an important step in the skim coating process. You can skim coat without it, but the adhesive helps to protect any chipping or cracking once the coating dries. Working ahead of the skim coating crew, craftsmen are grinding off rough edges that result from the concrete seeping between the boards that made up the original mold. These rough edges need to be knocked off so the skim coating crew can create smooth, rounded corners on the countertop. The same process is repeated on the reception desk after the mold has been removed and the patching is complete. The desk requires a much more complicated mold than the counters did, so there are more edges, corners, and rougher spots to contend with. Once the skim coating is complete, any drippings are cleaned from the work area and the protective floor coverings are removed. The finishing non-concrete touches are then added to the desk to give it a postmodern look that meets Schrock's approval. The final products are a one-of-a-kind furniture piece and a set of freestanding concrete counters that are warm, welcoming, and will last for years to come. For more information on concrete design or to get a custom quote on your next concrete project, contact Todd Rose Decorative Concrete online at toddrosedecorativeconcrete.com or call them anytime at 402-325-0075.